It's an overcast start to your Friday, but not too bad out there. Warming up nicely. We'll check in with Russ in a moment. Most important long weekend forecast, and we are talking about long weekend foods, long weekend treats, and we're specifically focused in on Canada Day and Canadian inventions. We're joined by Gail Johnson, food columnist. Gail, tell us about some of the things that you've brought in, and we'll start locally with Nanaimo Bars.
You bet. So Nanaimo Bars. So, well, these go back to about the first recorded recipe goes back to 1952.
Wow.
It was in a Nanaimo hospital cookbook. They were actually just called chocolate squares at the time. A couple of years later, Edith Adams was the Vancouver Sun's fictional bakery expert. She gave them the name.
What does that mean,
Nanaimo.
fictional?
You know, back in the day, Ann Landers and whatnot. So
there was another writer behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So Nanaimo Bars classic chocolate grain wafer crust with custard in between and a layer of chocolate on top. There are so many different variations now. In Nanaimo, you can do the Nanaimo Bar Trail. You can do 40 different spots to get all different Nanaimo bars, martinis, milkshakes. But these ones are from Bjorn Bar Bakery in North Van. For this year, they're doing a candied pecan and maple cream Nanaimo Bar. So you can find those there, little sprinkles on top for extra decoration.
They look amazing. That's in Edgemont Village in North Vancouver?
That's right.
Yeah, no, they look absolutely unbelievable. In fact, I had Nanaimo Bar ice cream.
Oh, perfect.
Recently.
Yeah, exactly. On this Nanaimo Bar trail, you can even get a Nanaimo Bar pedicure. Should you be seeking
how does that,
a Nanaimo Bar
how does that
pedicure?
work? I don't know. They are good. The next one, my favorite, butter tarts. These are from Ontario originally?
They're really an Ontario thing. That's, again, it was another hospital cookbook, actually, in 1900.
Even older.
Yeah, exactly. And they really became popular in Ontario in the 20s. These ones are from Tartine Bread and Pies. And I have to tell you, sink your teeth into these. And you know this whole concept of mindfulness and being in the moment. Never mind looking at an app with the raindrops. I say, take a bite of this butter tart.
Well, I'm going to do it.
And you are just going to block everything out, even me. And that was, again, really became popular in the 20s. Something else, right?
Amazing.
Yeah, and so speaking...
Where can we get these ones?
These ones are from Tartine, so 2 locations, Davie Street and Beach Avenue. And there's a big debate whether butter tarts have raisins or not. It's quite a contentious issue in the butter tart world.
I don't mind them with raisins. I know lots of people don't like them with raisins.
And I like these ones don't have too many raisins. No. They just kind of melt into the whole tart.
Agreed. They're
really
unbelievable.
Good.
Brown sugar, is that the key?
You bet. Brown sugar and butter. Can't go wrong.
That's it.
Yeah.
What else do you need? All right, what's this here?
Okay, so this is also from Tartine. This is called a flapper pie. And this is another quintessential Canadian dessert, and it too sort of really became popular in Ontario. It's actually Alberta as well. It really is very simple ingredients, wholesome ingredients. Again, butter, cream. It's a meringue topping with some graham cracker on top. And apparently in Saskatchewan they might use whipped cream instead of meringue, but very basic ingredients, really making the most out of simple stuff.
Which is what we had 100 years ago.
Yeah, exactly, right? For sure.
Chips. Ketchup chips?
Ketchup chips, yes.
Is this a Canadian invention? There's been some debate.
There's debate. You know, there's a contentious issue there, too, between Canada and the States. But apparently in the 70s, Hostess potato chips made them strictly for the Canadian market.
Okay.
So that's why we like to own the ketchup chips. These ones are from Timber Gastropub on Robson.
Do they make them right in there?
They make them there. So you'll notice they're not red like the color of my dress, like some of them you find at the grocery store. Those have some artificial coloring in them. Timber, they actually make their own ketchup, then dehydrate it. Then that's how they make these ketchup chips. And they're serving them on Canada Day with bison burger.
Whoa.
They're going to have a big road hockey tournament right outside. So very Canadian.
They're amazing. And you know what I like most about them? My fingers aren't red.
Thank you. Exactly.
So, and they don't have to be.
Exactly. What we need is a ketchup chip Nanaimo bar.
That's a nice combination. Thank you so much for coming
in. Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day to you as well. Russ, how's the forecast going to shape?